Hi guys, welcome back to Christian Casts where I go fishing so you don't have to. Today we are back in our bait building workshop. Most of you know already that I am trying something new with a split bait. This one is already set with some hooks and I'm really looking forward to test them out and see if we're actually able to catch something. And today we are going to do something different. It is going to be more in the direction of a brown trout. The last time I was struggling because I didn't have enough of these holders. That's one of the greatest tips I can give you guys for bait building. Just pick up straight away. I got 4 new small ones of these grip pliers because it's really handy when you're holding 2 parts of a bait, but you'll see during the video I'll be using them and really try and pick them up. I'll show you guys just shortly what we're actually going to be building today. We are going to do a split bait brown trout optic. So let's see how it goes and I'll get right to the video. So as I was saying in the intro, I have got something prepared today already. I've sealed this bait already and also made sure that it is quite smooth and it is ready for its airbrush, so we'll get right into it. We will be doing a brown trout instead of a rainbow trout. If you're interested in that bait, I'll maybe pop a video right here or right there. I think it's here, but we'll get right into here. I'll shake up the colors and we'll ground it with some silver, and it's gonna be a cool one, so stay tuned for the outcome. Well, we have added some silver into our cup and I've got new grip pliers because the last time I was struggling with only one. So we're gonna just, I'm gonna quickly tape the lip and I'll get you guys back. So after a little bit of a fail, I always tend to forget to tape the lip and tail. We'll add our first color. So as you guys can see, it's a very silvery undertone. I might darken down this color that I've got in at the moment. I'll just set this off to dry and do the head, and then we'll touch up as we need to. I always find silver itself is actually quite hard to see on the original bait. We'll set that off to dry and we'll add a little bit of some black in here. There we go. And then I've always got a trusted mixing paintbrush. Where I do the rough mixing. And then we'll still mix it with the airbrush itself a bit because I can't get in there completely. There we go. Little bit of a mess, it's always okay. Now I'll get back to the tail and just darken him down a bit. As you guys can see, that goes really quickly. It is a darker shade of silver. Don't want to overspray with the dark color. Just adding a little bit. We have mixed the colors, gold and bronze, as you see on my gloves. We're going to be working with the color pretty much like that. We're gonna hit it from the top and from the bottom, and we might do a little bit of a cheek that is a bit more golden, but the most important is the top and the belly, and then we'll see what else still comes up. So we'll leave it at that. There's a little bit of overspray. I might still... Ooh, there's a bit of overspray right here. I'll try and get that off straight away. Okay. We'll try and add a little bit on the top, just like that, on both sides. There we go. Now we've got our base of gold. The gold is quite liquid, so I have to be careful while spraying. So we are going to do our scale pattern in a normal silver, maybe with 1 drop of black after, but I'm not even too sure. I think I'll stick with the silver because it is very light. So for everybody who is wondering what I use for my knitting, I use window screen for keeping bugs out. So I tend to put that on, and we're gonna now hit it with a little bit of silver, and then we'll still paint some details, put on the eyes and clear coat it. I've got the silver in without any black, and we're just gonna hit it very lightly from the front or from the side. I'm not too sure yet, but I'll just go with the flow. Don't want to go too hard. There we go. I'll set that to the side. I don't want to cover up all the gold and everything that we've been working with. There we go. We'll let that dry. I'll get you guys back once we are revealing the scales and getting ready for the detail work. That's going to be the next step. So see you guys soon. As you guys might see, I have got these colors already prepared. I am going to unwrap our bait and reveal its scales, and then we're going to paint some details. I've actually got a brown trout that I caught myself. Looks quite okay. Not completely dry. When I was doing it, I roughed up the actual paint color. I might touch that up with some gold still afterwards. So I fixed that up. As you guys can see, these are the parts that we are working with. We're going to now add some details. I am going to actually place them into their groups, and then I will paint them one by one. First step is actually going to be placing some silver dots across the entire body. You'll see why. So we've added the silver dots, and we'll see what we get. We are back, and now I'm going to add our black dots in the silver ones we have already painted. So those are the black dots of our brown trout. So there we have got our black dots. Now clean out the brush, and now we'll still add some red dots. Along the way. And now we'll let that dry, and once that's dried we will clear coat it, put on a eye and see how it looks. I think I would have done these scales a little bit different, but I'm still interested if it will catch, so I'll get you guys back. We will now add the eyes. So I'm going to use a little bit of super glue, not too much. That is, there we go. And the eye is on. And now I do the second one. A little bit of glue. Close him up straight away. It seems like a bit too much. There you go. And then we'll grab off this eye. And there we go. The eyes are on. And we're pretty much ready for the clear coat. So I'll get you guys back once I start that. As you guys can see, I've got a little cup today that I will be using for gathering the excess UV coat, that in case I need some still afterwards, or there is a bit too much, I can brush it off into there. And that's how I'm gonna be doing that today. So we've got some UV resin on. Brush it out. There we go. The first part of our cover is done, and I'll get the UV right ready, and we'll set it off to cure. So now I'm going to set this bait onto here and let him cure in the light, and while that is curing I'll prepare our next half for the coat. go. Now I'll still rotate him a bit, and then we will also set him off to harden. And once it is time for the hardware installation, I will get you guys back. Well, we are back, and the last step after hardening, as you guys can see, we've got our bait here, is drilling a hole right through here. Then we're gonna just shortly clean out the cracks that we try and make sure that the bait runs as good as it can. And I've got my wire that I've bent already, and now we will just be shortening it to the length that we'll need. So grab it right here, pull it out, take our pliers, cut that off. Oops, that was ready. So now we'll put these together and set the pin in there. Push him well and truly into his hole. And then today we are not going to seal it with super glue. We are actually going to put a little drop of UV resin on there, and I'll make sure that it closes nicely. Make sure that I get another drop out, and really make sure that it is sealed well and truly. And then we will harden him one last time right there, and once that's done, I'll get you guys back and I'll show you what we've got. So I'm back again. Thanks for joining today again, and I'm really grateful for everybody who sticks around till here. If you're interested in one of these baits and you would maybe want to try one out yourself one day, maybe leave it in the comments, and I'll see, maybe I'll make like a lottery that the one that comments first actually gets one of these baits and can try them out, and I would be interested to see if it would work in your waters as well. So let me know if you would be interested in something like that. I would still really like to change the clear coating process, but I'll be doing that anyway in the near future. I'm actually going to build a rotisserie with the lights and everything, because I am not happy with the setup right now. And also with some of the scale works, I'm not unhappy with this bait, but I would like the scales to pop out a bit more. So we'll see how we can do that. I might actually just practice making a scale pattern on something to see how I can get the best version of scales, and then try and take that and put it on a bait. But we'll see how that goes, and I wish you a good one, and we'll see each other for the next bait build. I might do something colorful, I have no idea. We'll see. So keep tuned and we'll see each other. Cheers.